Asian markets have gained some momentum as there is hope that there will be an interim trade deal between US and China. If we talk about rates, then Nikkei is up by 58 points, Shanghai is up by 5 points, HSI is up by 46 points. But we can still say that Asian markets are mixed, as KOSPI, which is index of South Korea, is down. Index of Australia is also down. And if we talk about Indian markets, then Sensex is also down and Nifty is also down by 38 points. So with all these reasons, we can still say that markets are quite mixed. However, US market yesterday closed with a gain as Dow increased more than 181 points, and European markets also ended the day with gain. Now there's very confusion around the US-China trade talks, and that is keeping the markets quite nervous. As Bloomberg has reported that China is ready for the partial deal with US, where US will need to delay the tariffs it is about to impose from 15th October on 250 billion worth of goods, while Trump may also ease some pressure on Huawei. But at the same time, China will also compensate and retaliate by and show its goodwill gesture by buying additional Chinese products, additional agriculture products of US. So these are the two main things which can happen in the partial trade deal. However, major issues like industrial policy of China, which is said to be one of the major reasons for trade war, will not be discussed. Still, it will be a start, and that can become quite indication that things can improve in the future. But main thing is right now it is quite confusing, because at one point South China Morning Post has reported that China will cut its visit to just one day and will leave back on Thursday instead of Friday as it was earlier planned. Now confusion increased when US said that it is not aware of any such development, but after US denied the report, market gained some confidence that yes, delay won't be short and there might still be a good outcome of the meetings. Now South China Morning Post have reported that the junior level talks between two countries did not make any progress, and major issue for keeping the trip short was that China refused to keep the issue of forced technology transfer on the agenda, and that has created some tension. But since US denied it, so market has gained some confidence, but overall you can see that it is quite nervous right now and there is a lot of confusion and anything can be happening. Well, if we talk about Brexit, situations are same. There is nervousness, there is confusion, as it was reported in the Times that UK PM may also face problem in his own cabinet regarding the Brexit, and at the same time EU allowed Ireland to leave Irish backstop. Now Irish backstop is one of the major issue which is the talking point and which has led to the delay in Brexit, and all these are on the major talking point. And now Ireland is allowed to leave Irish backstop after some time, but Ireland is reported to reject this proposal from EU. And after all this, probability of either delay in Brexit or no deal Brexit is quite high, which in turn means the probability of having a deal Brexit by 31st October is declining and decreasing. Now Turkey has also launched attack on Kurdish forces in Syria, and it was reported that warplanes were used to bomb the area, and it has also in fact killed these civilians. Now Turkey has stated that it is doing it to prevent the creation of terror corridor, while US has supported its Kurdish allies and said that instead of military attack it will try to cripple the economy of Turkey. And at the same time, Trump also made it clear that if attacks by Turkey is not carried out in as human way as possible, then he will wipe out the economy of Turkey. On economic front, we have got the release of Fed September meeting, which was released, and it showed that there is somewhat divide between the Fed members. Some believe that rate cut is justified on the ground that there is geopolitical risk and rate cut would be an insurance, while others believe that there is no need for further rate cut as economy is not that bad. Now this week producer price index of US came in that was quite negative. So data on consumer inflation showed that it will provide some light as that data is about to release today, and if that is good, then the chances of rate cut will be less. But if that's not good, then on the light of falling inflation along with these geopolitical tensions will increase the probability of rate cut by the Fed. Still, it's almost expected that there will be a rate cut. Now if we talk about data to be released today, very important economic data from Europe will also be released, like trade balance from Germany and GDP from UK, and also industrial production for the month of August will be released for UK. Now trade balance of Germany is expected to fall, but more importantly, its exports are expected to fall by 1%, while its imports are expected to fall only by 0.2%. This means there will be a pressure on current account of Germany which in turn will also impact the GDP of the country. Now, industrial production is expected to become negative in Europe, UK, but its GDP is expected to grow even by 1%. Now, it's just expectation is to grow by 0.1%, but it's still very good because last time it was negative, and if this time it comes positive, then it will give signal that there is some revival and UK has not fallen in the recession yet. So regarding all these confusion around Brexit, UK, US China trade talks, not such important and great economic data, there's quite confusion and nervousness in the market, and that is being reflected in the stock prices as Asian markets are simply quite mixed, and same trend is expected as we will move into Europe and US markets today. Bureau Report, Market Times TV.
आपको अगर हमारा वीडियो पसंद आया है तो इसे लाइक करें, साथ ही यूट्यूब चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए और मोर अपडेट्स जानने के लिए बेल आइकन को दबाना न भूलें।